Good morning, student. Myself, Pawan Kumar Mishra. Today I am here to explain male reproductive system. You know, male reproductive system consists of following organs and accessory glands. First one, a pair of tests. A pair of tests. This is known as primary sex organ in male reproductive system. This is a pair of tests. You can see this is the one testis, this is the other testis, right? Each testis present in a pouch-like structure. This is known as scrotum. This is made up of skin, and this scrotum present outside the abdomen. It means testis descend outside the abdomen in scrotum. So testis comes out from the abdomen and present in a scrotum. This is the pouch-like structure. It is a pouch of skin, you can say. So what is the purpose of it? Because testis, the main function of testis to form sperm to produce testosterone or androgens. So formation of sperm or spermatogenesis need 2 to 2.5 degrees centigrade less temperature than normal body temperature. That's why testis descend in scrotum, right? Because if testis get temperature equal to the body temperature, so it affects the process of spermatogenesis. Sperm formation takes place, but they cannot survive. So to keep the sperm in alive condition, in healthy condition, right? Testis descend in scrotum outside the abdomen. Right now, due to the formation of male gamete sperm and production of androgen or testosterone, testis is known as primary sex organ, because other organ have no power to produce sperm to release testosterone. If you see, each testis oval in shape, right? Length if you see 4 to 5 centimeter, width about 2 to 3 centimeter, and about thickness also 2 to 3 centimeter. Right now, this testis also connected to the abdomen with one spermatic cord, right? And this is the opening, this is the canal through which this testis descend in scrotum is known as inguinal canal, which is filled by the connective tissue later. Testis descend in the scrotum during the 7th month of the fetus. Okay. If you see the internal structure of the testis, so testis covered by a covering which is made up of 3 layers. The first layer is known as tunica vaginalis. This one, this is the black color. This one is the first layer. This tunica vaginalis. Presence of tunica vaginalis indicate its abdominal origin. Presence of tunica vaginalis provide frictionless movement to the testis. The second most covering, this is the actual covering. You can observe here, there is the red color line, this one. This is the red color, this one. This is the second covering, you can say this one, which actually cover the testis, right? This is known as tunica albuginea. This is the actual covering of the testis. This tunica albuginea get inserted at many places, right? And form septa, by which they develop such type of compartment-like structure in the testis, right? They develop such compartment like this tunica albuginea get inserted. This one, they form the septa. They get inserted and they form the septa. They form the septa here, right? And divide the testis in many compartment like structure, first, second, third. In this way you can observe here this compartment like structure. In each testis 250 compartment present. This compartment is known as testicular lobule. Each compartment is known as testicular lobule. And in this compartment, seminiferous tubules present. This one, seminiferous tubules. In each compartment, 2 or 3 seminiferous tubules present. Each compartment have 2 or 3 seminiferous tubules in this way. Okay? Now, so, and the gap between the seminiferous tubules, that the gap. This is the seminiferous tubules, blue color seminiferous tubules. Tubule, and between the gap of seminiferous tubules there is the cell, the space is known as interstitial space, and the cell which fill this gap is known as interstitial cell, which fill the gap. This dotted structure, these are the interstitial cells, fill the gap around the seminiferous tubules. Interstitial cells is also known as Leydig cells. Right? These Leydig cells or interstitial cells produce hormone. Which hormone? Androgen, testosterone. Right? They produce male hormone testosterone. These Leydig cells produce testosterone. Right? This testosterone provide male character. Right, to the individual. This Leydig cells work under the influence of luteinizing hormone, LH hormone. There is the one hormone, LH, luteinizing hormone. They work under the influence of luteinizing hormone. Right? This luteinizing hormone responsible secreted by anterior pituitary gland. Okay, they influence the Leydig cells or interstitial cells, which release testosterone. Testosterone responsible for spermatogenesis. Right? They influence spermatogenesis. They develop secondary sexual character. Okay? Then if you see, in each testicular locule there is the seminiferous tubules, right? If you see the structure of seminiferous tubules, suppose that this is the TS of seminiferous tubules, right? So outside the seminiferous tubules, you know, around the seminiferous tubules there is interstitial cells or Leydig cells. So there is also, you can say, outside the seminiferous tubules, this one, this represent Leydig cells, right? And inside this seminiferous tubules there are two type of cells. One, pyramidal large cells, and many other cells, inner lining of seminiferous tubules. Right? This is inner lining. Inner lining of seminiferous tubules. So inner cells which present this one, this represent spermatogonia. This is also known as male germ cell. Spermatogonia are male germ cells. So this is spermatogonia or male germ cells, right? And here, this one, you observe the large pyramidal cell, Sertoli cells. So inner side, inner lining, there are two type of cells. They form inner lining of the seminiferous tubules. The first one is the spermatogonia, and second one Sertoli cells. Spermatogonia by the meiosis division form sperm, right? And Sertoli cells provide nutrition, provide nourishment to the developing sperm. So Sertoli cells also known as nerve cells, and Sertoli cells work under the influence of follicle stimulating hormone FSH. There is the one hormone, follicle stimulating hormone. This is also secreted by anterior pituitary gland. So under the influence of follicle stimulating hormone, Sertoli cells work, and Sertoli cells also release two hormones. One is ABP, androgen binding protein. Androgen binding protein, this concentrate the testosterone, and second one inhibin. When there is the sufficient amount of testosterone, so inhibin in the feedback mechanism, during the feedback mechanism, influence the FSH by which secretion of testosterone decreases. Right now, so there is the Leydig cells around the seminiferous tubules. There are some immunological cells also present in interstitial space. So in interstitial space or around the seminiferous tubules, there are two type of cells. First one is the Leydig cells, and second one is the immunological cells. Right? So the main function of test is to form sperm to release androgen or testosterone. So sperm formation takes place inside the seminiferous tubules. So seminiferous tubule is the site for spermatogenesis, and Leydig cells release androgen or testosterone. So there are two main functions of the testis. First, formation of sperm, and second, release of androgen, which provides secondary sexual character in male. The second, if you observe, this is the primary one pair of tests, which one is known as primary sex organ. Other sex organ like accessory ducts, external genitalia, accessory glands do not produce gamete, do not produce testosterone. So that's why they are secondary reproductive organ, right? Primary reproductive organ and secondary reproductive organ. Then accessory ducts. So in accessory ducts, you can say the first accessory duct is known as retitestis. This is the first one, right? Sperm formation takes place in seminiferous tubules. So there is the common duct comes from the testicular lobules, and they get collected and form a network. This is known as retitestis. From the retitestis, few tubules arise which carry the sperm up to the epididymis known as vas efferentia. This is the second one, second accessory ducts. Then epididymis, this is the highly coiled tubular structure at the dorsal or back side of the testis, which store the sperm for some time and also nourish the sperm, right? Then from the epididymis, the third one and fourth one, vas deferens. Vas deferens carry the sperm from epididymis and they form a loop around the ureter, and ultimately they join with duct of seminal vesicle. This one, there are one pair of seminal vesicle. This is the first accessory gland. Seminal vesicle. So ducts of vas deferens joined with ducts of seminal vesicle, right? So these accessory ducts carry the sperm, transport the sperm, also store the sperm and nourish the sperm during their transportation. Then seminal vesicle, there is the one pair of seminal vesicle. Their duct get fused with duct of their side vas deferens, and they form a common duct. This one. This common duct is very short, about 2 cm, and this is known as ejaculatory duct, right? Ejaculatory duct present on both sides, right? This ejaculatory duct enter joined with duct of Urinary bladder, this black color urinary bladder. Opening of urinary bladder is known as urethra. So these duct join with urethra and open into the prostate gland, right? Seminal vesicle, prostate gland and Cowper's gland are bulbourethral gland. Release secretion in sperm. When sperm mixed with the secretion of seminal vesicle, prostate gland and Cowper's gland, then this is known as semen. Seminal vesicle release 60 to 70% fluid of semen, and in which fructose present, in which mucus present, right? So mucus lubricate the path, make the transport easier of the sperm. Fructose provide nourishment. Fructose provide nourishment. Okay, some enzymes present here, some calcium also present here, right? So which provide nourishment to the sperm. Then prostate gland also release one fluid which is thin, milky and alkaline in nature. It activates the sperm and also mucus present in it, so also lubricate the path and make the transport easier. Then Cowper's gland also release alkaline substance in which large amount of the mucus present, so they also you can say lubricate the path of sperm and also make the transport easier. In this way, all the semen and the urine come in a common path, that is known as urinogenital tract. This urinogenital tract start and reach up to the penis. This one is the penis, this is the external genitalia, right? External genitalia, the you can say apex part of the penis, which is slightly swollen, is known as glans penis and covered by the skin, that is known as foreskin. Okay, and there are the muscles which help to erect the penis, right? So through this semen is released into the female body through the external genitalia penis, right? And this process is known as insemination. This process is known as insemination. Okay, then if you observe, all the male reproductive system help formation of gamete, storage of gamete, transportation of gamete, and external genitalia help in insemination in the female body. It means insemination means transfer of sperm from male body to female body. Where is the female body? Vagina of female body. Right now? Okay. Then in short you can say testis form sperm. Sperms are carried by accessory ducts, right? Accessory glands mix some fluid which provide nourishment, which lubricate the path, activate the sperm, and ultimately penis transfer the sperm or semen into the female body in vagina of female body, and this is known as insemination. So then the last word is the semen. If you observe, in the semen is made up of two things, sperm and seminal fluid. Sperm and seminal fluid. Seminal fluid is the liquid part of the semen which is secreted by seminal vesicle. There is the one pair of seminal vesicle, one prostate gland, and one pair of bulbourethral gland. So these accessory glands secrete the liquid which form seminal fluid. Okay. If you see the semen, it is like pH of semen range from 7.3 to 7.5, so slightly base, alkaline in the nature. And in the semen, if you observe fructose present, calcium present, some enzymes present right now, and presence of fructose confirm the rate, right? Because fructose only present in the semen. If semen transfer from male to the female vagina, so there is, you can say, there is the copulation. It means this confirm the rape. Okay, thank you.